What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have some 7-star rank for Namor gameplay. So Namor, man, he used to be so good back in the day, and I feel like he's gonna make a comeback now with the special 3 skip, because this guy is pretty much all about going for the special 3, getting those big furies, and then just hit super hard. So we're gonna see what kind of defenders he can take and how fast he can take them with the special 3 skip right now. And starting with Yelena, and you have to play differently against Yelena to actually be able to take her. Basically, we're going to do the trick where you just parry that mine, get her to 100 combo meter, and then you're just going to go for the special 3 into spamming specials, and then you're just going to be able to kill her. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to wait for this disarm passive to go away, go for the dash back into the block. That's going to allow us to trigger the Imperious Rex into the special 3. Go for the unblockable special 2. We don't get a single crit, but we can heavy again and go for another special 2. We don't get a single crit either there, and we go for the special 1, get a nice little crit, and that is Yelena in just 59 seconds. So that's pretty solid. All right, let's go for some more defenders now. He is basically, you know, really good for skill defenders, obviously. Thanks to his sig ability, he can kind of like cheese some of them, like Attuma, which you're seeing right here. Then we're going to showcase like Korg, Killmonger, which is like, you know, 6-200 Namor. You don't even have to worry about their defensive abilities, because you're basically just, you know, reflecting all that damage back to them. So I even parried it once in that fight, and it just doesn't matter. It's actually better for me because I'm reflecting more damage to him. Now we're going to dash back, because as soon as you get to 15 charges, you can just dash back, hold that block, and that's going to give you a bar of power, which, you know, you want to be at 2 bars by then. Throw the special 3, and that is just insane. From after one special 3, 176,000 from that last hit is absolutely crazy, dude. Like, it's stupid sometimes. Namor really has a lot of damage. Now, Korg matchup. This is better than Attuma for one big reason. Korg is immune to bleed, so that means every time you throw a medium attack, your bleed isn't placing because he is immune, and if your bleed doesn't get placed due to ability accuracy or immunity, you get 1 outrage charge, so you can just build them up a lot quicker. And as you can see, we already have 15, so all we need to do is just dash back here, go for the special 3, and you ideally want to time, you know, the charges that Korg has, the rock field, so that you can just throw your specials when the shield is not up or his rock field is not up. And then go for another special 2. I didn't realize I could stun there, so I should just dashed in. But you can get a little lucky and, you know, get some stuns there too. But as you can see, even against someone that has crit resist, we have plenty of damage to kill them. So yeah, it doesn't matter. 51 seconds. Very nice. Now this is a bit of a tricky matchup. Nick Fury, I wouldn't say he's the best counter to Nick Fury because he's second life. But you're gonna see what kind of rotation I go for here. It's a little different. But yeah, since we are a mutant against Nick Fury, he doesn't really get a lot of charges, so we don't really have to worry about him getting unblockable that much. So we can just be a little aggressive. Bait that special 2. And in this fight, we're not gonna worry about the special 2 into 15 outrage, because I'm just gonna go for like the special 3 first, just so I can get that Fury early on, and then see if we can kill him with like a couple of special 2s on the second life. So now we're gonna go for like a parry, I believe, so that I can have the opening afterwards. And that's almost gonna be enough to kill him. Gonna go for a big combo here, and he's kind of melting right now. And now we're gonna go for the heavy to push him to the special 2. And now we're trigger the outrage into the heavy into the special 2. And that's big damage, because we still have a Fury from the special 3. And as you can see, Nick Fury, you know, not the best, but he died pretty quick. Like, I think it was like 60 seconds maybe. Yeah, 57. So yeah, it's not terrible. You kind of have to get like a bit of crit RNG, but yeah, it's not bad. Namor actually has a pretty high chance to crit. Now it's Killmonger. Killmonger is a bit of a tricky one, because whenever you place like debuffs on him, he gets power, but you don't have to worry about his reverberation. You're never gonna take damage back if you are 6-200 with Namor, and Namor does need that 6-200, unfortunately, if you want to do this consistently. But yeah, man, he's such a good champion. I think I do have a 7-star version of him. I'm not sure if he's like awakened, because you can only get him from like either incursions or loyalty. I think it's incursions, and you don't get to open a lot of those crystals. But honestly, I don't know, if I had to compare him to Dazzler, I don't know who would be the best one. I would say, like, early on, Dazzler felt different because she would kill even, like, 7-star rank 4s a lot quicker. Now, sometimes it doesn't feel like you get the RNG, the crits and stuff. So, I would have to give the damage to Namor. Like, he's 100% more consistent. And that was a 55-second Killmonger. But yeah, I would say that Namor is a little bit more consistent. Especially against bleed immunes, because he can just ramp up so quick. And this is another bleed immune matchup. This is Lumatrix. Very, very easy for Namor. But yeah, Dazzler, you kind of need to get lucky with the crits. I know you get like incredible crit chance, but sometimes you still don't get the crits. But I have to say, I think Dazzler probably handles things easier because she only needs Sig 1 to handle, you know, all of those annoying damage backs like Attuma, Killmonger, and Korg, whereas Namor needs that Sig 200, so that's like where Namor probably loses against Dazzler, I would say. And he's also like a little hard to obtain right now. That was crazy, dude. Yeah, 36-second fight against Lumatrix. So as you can clearly tell, against bleed immunes, the fights are like between 35 to 45 seconds, and against someone that's not immune to bleed, you need like roughly 60 seconds, 55, 60 seconds, because you just don't get all the RNG. Now here's another matchup that's honestly not the greatest for him, because your bleeds are not doing anything, and he's not bleed immune. But man, I just want to showcase some of those annoying defenders that he can take, because he's just have so much damage, man. But yeah, he's not overpowered or anything. He doesn't really take, you know, Serpent, doesn't really take Dark Phoenix, Bullseye. He can't take Bullseye, but he's gonna take damage, of course. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna be meta for sure, but I think he's gonna be making a comeback, especially for some metas that, you know, you want to hit hard with the specials. Go for the special 2 here. It's massive damage. Another special 2 here. I love that it's unblockable. Get a lot of damage right now, and that is Onslaught. Dead. We didn't take too much damage because as soon as like you hit him, you start hitting him, the Neuroshock damage gets reflected. 57 seconds. Now this is another bleed immune. This is Mr. Gentle. So this is a decent matchup for him. Obviously, this is a bleed immune, so we love that. I'm gonna have to worry about he's unstoppable a little bit though, so we're just probably gonna like parry before he's unstoppable, like a second before or one hit before it comes. There we go. I think I want to bait special 1 here because he gets like a massive physical resist on the special 2, so it's pretty annoying. You definitely don't want to give Gentle that massive physical resistance because most of her damage is physical. I think all of it is actually physical, unless you like crit. But now we get the 15 Outrage, 2 bars of power, special 3. I love this skip, man, because this is like a really long animation as well. Go for the special 2, get the double crits. And yeah, Gentle is kind of cooked around. We are unblockable, so unstoppable doesn't matter. And that is Gentle. Probably took a little bit more time because that unstoppable was paused, but as you can see, 47 seconds, still very solid. Now this is an annoying cosmic champ that we don't really see a lot, but Namor is kind of made for him. It's like really good because he is bleeding you and he also reflects the damage when you hit him. But yeah, this is gonna be a really quick fight. Very quick fight. Terrax is actually a really tough defender to actually finish the fight with full HP, especially now that we have like 10 armor breaks. Holy. Took a bit of damage there, because as soon as we just stop hitting him, we take down. But this is going to be such a quick fight. Terrax has some like crit resist, so I want to see if we get a crit or 2 from this person. We whiffed that, unfortunately. Go for another heavy. We are unblockable. There we go. Get that nice rain. We kind of whiffed a lot of attacks. So yeah, even still though, you do get some nice crits. 40 seconds. Full health. Love that. We were full health because we also get like a bit of regen when we throw specials. And like, we threw like 3 back-to-back. So that's like, I think we get like 2% for each special we throw. So we just heal. Now, this is not the greatest matchup for him, but it is possible because essentially all of your damage is from specials. So you're just gonna have to knock him down a little bit at the beginning and go for as many mediums as you can before the glancing comes up. And in this fight, I like throwing the special 1 too, because now he is glancing, so I want to get as many outrage charges as possible before that happens, so that I can get to 15 in 2 bars of power a little quicker. So we're gonna bait the special 2 and trigger our outrage. There we go. I'm gonna take some distance here. and then special 3. So in this fight, ideally you want to get some crits because Maestro is a bit tanky. And let's see if we can get them actually. 78,000. Okay, that's not bad. We got 1 crit. Let's see if we can get another one. Yes, wow. Yeah, so in this fight, if you want it to be done really well, you want to get some crits. So he's not the best counter for Maestro, of course, but he works. Now this is another Bleed Immune Destroyer. So as you can see, I'm not really showcasing like those insane, you know, defenders like Serpent, Dark Phoenixes. He doesn't really take them. He doesn't really take, you know, Deathless Thanos well because most use damages from the specials. He doesn't really take Nico that well. I could showcase Enchantress, but I feel like recently she's not really a good defender. But yeah, against Destroyer, he is Bleed Immune, so we're just gonna go for like the special 3 into the Outrage into the special 3 really quickly. Unblockable special 2, so it doesn't matter what Destroyer does. And that is just massive damage. Not a single crit on the specials, and as you can see, we still have plenty of damage to work with. And that was a 43-second fight. Now we got a few more matches here. This is another Bleed Immune Mangog. Actually, Mangog fell off as a defender, and I don't really know why. He's pretty annoying with the Unstoppable. And also, I think he does have some crit resist. I'm not 100% sure. But, I mean, he's got the special 2 that's basically impossible to dex unless you're a Quicksilver. And also, he's got the Hatred charge. So, yeah, kind of fell off as a defender, and I don't really know why. It's kind of good, though, because he's a bit tough. But since he is Bleed Immune, we're going super fast to the Outrage. Throw the special 3, dash in for the unblockable special 2. Get that nice stun, medium into another heavy into the special 2. 51k, 51k. I love that. That was sick. 41 seconds. Nice. So yeah, man, something that I forgot to mention about Namor is that with his specials, he doesn't actually give the opponent power. So if you throw a special 3 and the opponent has like, you know, 50% of power, don't worry about getting them to like the special 1 or something, because it doesn't give him power. Also, the special 2 doesn't give him power, so it's pretty nice. It's actually really nice to, you know, dash in during your Imperious Rex and just throw that unblockable special 2, because they just rarely have any power. Now this is a Photon, and remember, this is a Bleed Immune matchup, and I did this untouchable parry thing just in order if I can get a stun, it doesn't really mess up my rotation against that Photon, because if I were to get a stun now on the special 2s, which I did, she would go untouchable, but now he's on cooldown, and that is a massive crit, man. Namor against those Bleed Immunes is legit, dude. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about Namor. Do you think he's gonna make a comeback? I personally think he will. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.